Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will present to you and there is like storytelling that's talking about the cactus. Well, I'm Ramadan Putra. I'm from English Education Program, 6th semester, and I will this to to finish my assignment. There's about drama. Well, the cactus. The most notable thing about time is that it's so purely relative. A large amount of reminiscence is by common consent. Conceded to the drawing man, and it is not past belief that one might review an entire contorship while removing one's glove. Well, that is why Trisdale was doing standing by a table in his bachelor apartment. On the table stood a singular-looking green plant in a red earthen jar. Well, the plant was one of the species of cacti and was provided with long, tentacular leaves that perpetually sway with the slightest breeze with the particular beckoning motion. Trisdale, friend, the brother of the bridge, stood a sidebar complaining at being allowed to drink rum. But men were in evening dress with purples like stars upon their could shone through the gloom of the apartment. As he slowly abandoned his gloves, the fast drove Trisdale man with skyrifting retrovage of the last few hours. It seems that in his notorious and crude and in his earth's house low pitch hum of thousand well-bred voice, and the thrustle of Tripp's garment and most instantly recording the drawing word of the ministering irrecoverably binding her to another. Well, from this less hopeless point of view, he still strove as it become a habit of his mind to reach some conjectures as to why and how he had lost her, secondly by the uncompromising fact he had suddenly found himself confronted by a thing he had never before faced, his own enormous or unmitigated arid unbreak shop. He saw all the gaps of pattern and egoism that he had worn now thrown to rags of folly. He shouldn't add the truth dull to others. Before now the German of his soul must have appeared sorry and straight bare. Vanity and conceit, or these were the giant his more, and how free from either she had always been. But way as she had slowly moved off the aisle toward the altar, he had felt an unworthy and sullen exultation that had served to support him. He had told himself that her fairness was from thought to another than the man to whom she was about to give herself. But even the poor consolation had been wrenched from him. For when he saw the swim limped upward look, and that she gasped the man when he looked her head, he knew himself to be forgotten. Well, once the same look had been raised to him, and he had touched its meaning, and indeed his conscience had crumbled, his love proof was gone. Why had his energy truth? There had been no quarrel between them, nothing for the thousandth time. Here resolved in his mind the event of those last few days before the tide had so suddenly turned. Yeah. She had always insisted upon placing him off a pedestal, and he had accepted her homage. With royal grandeur, it had been a very sweet in case that had grown before him so modest, or like he thought himself, so tricky and worshipful, and he would want have shown. So Saint Clair, she said, invested him with an almost supernatural number of high attributes, and excellences and talent, and he had absorbed to obstination to the string the rain can cook from it, not promise of blossom, no Freud. As Trisdale grimly reached for the stream of his cup, the crowning instance of his former certainly more egoism came vividly back to him. The scan was denied when he had asked her to come up on his pedestal with him and share this goodness. He called no. No, for the fine of it allow him mind to delve higher the titles of virginal charm of her looks and word. But they had enough, they had been enough, and memory of her convincing beauty the night, the colorless, of higher and they the brute him to speak during their conversation. She had said, and Captain Carter's tell me that you speak the Spanish language like a native. Why have you hidden this accomplishment for me? It is there anything you don't know? No, Carlos was an idiot. That Lord Trisdale had been killed. He sometimes did such thing of hiring the club some old counting casualing proverb dug from the hot porch at the back of the dictionaries. Carter's, who has one of his ancient admirers, was the very man to have magnified the exhibition of top erudition. But alas, the increase of admiration had been so sweet and flattering, he allowed the imputation to pass without denial, without protest. He allowed her to twin about his brown is produced by a Spanish scholarship. He let it grace in conquering head and among in soft compulsion. He did not feel the fridge of the horn that was to fires him later. How gladly, how sad, how tremulous she was, how he fluttered like a snare bird when he had laid minus her feet. He could have sworn, and he would swear no, the unmistakable consent was his very ace, her ace, but coyly he would give him no, the direct answer. I will send you my answer tomorrow. Said, and he, the indulgent, confident Victor, seemingly granted the delay. The next day, he waited in the strange cactus in the restaurant Ardenger. There was no note, no message, merely take upon the fan-bearing bush and foreign botanical name, and he waited until Mike, but her answer didn't come. His large fright kept him from seeking her. To evening later, they met at a diner. Their greetings were conventional, but she looked at him, breathless, wondering, eager. He was courteous, advanced, waiting her explanation with womanly sweeps that took her cow from his manner and thrown to snow and ice. Juice and Ryder from this one, they had drifted apart. Where was his fault? Who had been to blame? Hamlet no. He sought to answer, meet the ruins of his self-concept. Yeah, the voice of the other in the room constantly intruding upon his world around ship. I say, translate, what does it matter with you? Yeah, you look unhappy as if you yourself had been married instead of having acted marvelly as a complex. Look at me, another accessory, come 2,000 miles on gallery, crocodile, banana steamer, and the South America to connect surface. Please observe how likely my girl often my soldier, only little sister. I had two, and now she's gone. My God, she's gone. Come now, take something to ease your consistence. I don't drink, I just know. Thanks, side. Twice that. Your brandy, assume the other coming over and joining him. It's unavoidable, and you're run down to see some pit panther than three some of her the stuff out. Garcia struggles in the astropath. Hello, horizon all at kind wherever did you reach off the Trisdale? And a present, said Trisdale, from a friend who know the species very well. It's tropical concern. See Humbert often around Fontau Ferry every day. Here's the names of his that take to it. No, and it's Spanish Trasdale. No, said Trasdale, with a bitter widen of a smile. It is Spanish. Yes, the native imagine the lips are raging on out and beckoning to you. They call it by name Cantorment. The name means in English, come and take me. Well, thank you everyone. I think enough for my storytelling. I'm so sorry for my if I deliver information to you that especially of the story because I have problem with my son. I'm so sorry before, and I'm sorry for my mistake of my word or my pronunciation. So I think enough. Thanks for attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.